Well, hey everyone, it's Pastor Andrew here from New Hope United Methodist Church with a quick midweek update for you. So we just wrapped up our series, The Time Is Now, looking at the Old Testament book of Haggai and how it really applies to our time right now of saying yes to what God is calling us to and fully surrender to what He would have for us in such a time as this. So this Sunday is going to be a really special day for us as we kick off a brand new series, as we begin a series called The Treasures of the Transformed Life. And it's really kind of about taking that idea to the next place, about saying, what does it look like when we do fully surrender? How does God bless us? What can God do through us and in our community through us when we say yes, when we fully surrender? So I know it's something that you will want to be a part of. I think it's going to be a great series. This week we're going to begin with the idea of priming the pump. You see behind me a well pump. And you know that pump's not going to ever draw water if you don't prime it and you just start pumping. And so we're going to talk about what is that work we need to do so that God can begin using us in amazing ways in our community. Now, this Sunday is also a special day because it's World Communion Sunday. You can see we're working on a beautiful altar display as we'll celebrate the sacrament of Holy Communion together with our same safety protocols and everything that we've been doing. But an opportunity for us to come together with believers all around the globe as we together celebrate the sacrament of Holy Communion and remember how united we are together in the gospel and the breaking of the bread and the receiving of the cup and remembering the sacrifice that Christ made for us. I'm so looking forward to this journey that we're going to begin this week as we begin this idea of thinking about the treasures of the transformed life. Now, I shared with you Sunday that this is a little bit different series than what we've done in the past because in addition to Sunday morning messages, which we'll be preaching throughout the entire month of October, there's also a book by the same title, The Treasures of the Transformed Life, written by an amazing United Methodist pastor by the name of John Ed Matheson. If you go on Christian Book or Amazon or eBay or anywhere that sells books and search that title, The Treasures of the Transformed Life by John Ed Matheson, you'll be able to find that book. I'm encouraging everyone to do that so that you can follow along with us and know exactly what we're talking about and be able to go a little bit deeper than we're just doing on Sunday mornings. In addition to the book and the sermons, each Thursday on my weekly email, I'm also going to be putting out some questions for you to consider to take this idea even deeper and even further. Maybe as you gather around the dinner table with those, your family and your loved ones and talk to them about these ideas. But I'm really looking forward to how God's going to challenge us as a church to think about how we take that commitment to give our time, talents, gifts, service, and witness back to the church, back to God, and to use those to bless this community, and through that, to bless us as well. Hey, I hope you are thinking about how you'll worship with us on Sunday, whether that's right here in our sanctuary in person, whether that's out front for our drive-in experience, or whether that's online through our live streaming on Facebook. Both times, 9 and 11, all three of those options will be available. But I want to remind you, if you are coming in person, to please make sure to email myself, or you can email my assistant Robin at info at newhopeumc.org, or you can email me at acovington@newhopeumc.org. You can call the church office, you can reply to this video, you can do whatever, but let us know you're coming. We want to make sure you can have the best and safest possible experience. We want to remind you of those protocols for COVID. Everybody's going to have their mask on. We're going to do hand sanitizer. We're going to space out if we're in person. We're encouraging everybody, if you've had a positive test, remember that 2-week quarantine, that full 14 days, whether you've had a positive test or been exposed to somebody who may have COVID. We love you, but we're going to invite you to stay home. We have not had any positive tests reported in our congregation, and we praise God for that. But just want to remember those good and safe practices so we can make sure we can continue worshiping and continue leaning into what God's doing in this most unique but special season in the life of our church, as we're seeing the ability to have more influence, to have more speaking of God's goodness into the neighborhoods and the communities around us, and connecting with old friends and making new. And so we're just so excited about what God is doing and where God is taking New Hope. And we want you to be a part of it. Whether that means you're doing that virtually, whether that means you're doing that out front or right here in person, we want you to get plugged in and get excited, because we believe that God is doing big things here, even in a time when it doesn't seem to make sense. Even when it seems like, why in the world will we be doing more and more and more when the inclination is to do less and less and less because of this pandemic? But God is leading us to new places, opening up new doors for us, and giving us new opportunities to speak truth in the lives of those in our community, in our families, and around the world. And so we're excited about that. So I hope you're going to plug in, be here for these 4 weeks in October as we talk about what transformed living looks like. Be here with us Sunday as we celebrate Holy Communion with our brothers and sisters around the world who love Christ as well. It's an honor to be your pastor. It's an honor to serve this community. It's an honor to do this work alongside you. So I look forward to seeing you Sunday as we begin Treasures of the Transformed Life, whether that's here in person or online, as we worship together and celebrate the sacrament of Holy Communion and celebrate what God is doing in this place called New Hope United Methodist Church right here in Gainesville, Georgia. We'll see you Sunday.